Hi everyone, I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to share some words of encouragement with you today. I'd like to start by reading some verses from Hebrews chapter 10. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope that we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. I hope that you're all enjoying and being challenged by the series of Sunday talks that we're having on the subject of hope. The 3 that we've had so far have been really good, and if you've missed any of them, I would encourage you to catch up with them via the church's Facebook page. It's always so important that we hold on firmly to the hope that God has given us, and especially so during difficult times like these. We can do this because our hope is based on God's promises, and He is always faithful to His word. It's also so important that we spur one another on towards love and good deeds and encourage one another, as Jeremy Simpkins was reminding us a few weeks ago. These things that the author of the letter urges his readers to do are examples of what have been referred to as the one anothering actions that the writers of the New Testament tell us to do. Most of them are found in the letters to the churches, but some of them in the teaching of Jesus in the Gospels, most notably, as I have loved you, so you must love one another, which is in chapter 13 of John's Gospel. The important thing for us to notice is that the writer does not say that this spurring on and this encouraging is the job of elders or small group leaders alone or of anyone else in a leadership role in the church. It's clearly a ministry that all of us are to be involved with, something that we can and should all be doing. We also need to remember that leaders need encouraging and spurring on too. However weak or inexperienced we may think we are, we can all give away the grace that God has given us. It may seem strange at this time to focus on a verse in which believers are urged not to give up meeting together, when that is one of the specific things that we have been forced to stop doing in order to keep from spreading the COVID-19 virus. But I believe that it's important that we focus on the things that we can do and make sure that we keep doing them. Actually, we may be prevented from meeting together in large Sunday gatherings and smaller weekday ones, but there are other ways in which we can still meet together and continue to encourage one another. There is the opportunity to join in the Sunday morning prayer meeting and the church's monthly evening prayer meeting via Zoom if you're able to do that. Also, connect groups and other small groups are doing a good job of keeping people together using whatever methods are appropriate for their groups. I recommend all of these to you. Please let's all join in if we can. If you're not a part of a Connect group, I would really recommend joining one, as I believe that this current situation has shown how important they are. If you want to do this, you can be put in contact with a suitable group by first contacting the church office. We can also do things such as texting one another, calling one another, offering practical help to one another, or meeting one another outside. Sometimes all it might take to bring encouragement to someone and to help them keep going with love and good deeds is one of these simple things. All of these things and other ways of reaching out with care and encouragement are ways of continuing to meet together. I would like to challenge us all to make sure that we're each making our own contribution to this ministry, making sure that we're regularly reaching out to others to encourage and to strengthen, and to believe that when these simple things are empowered by the Holy Spirit, who lives in every believer, they can have an amazing effect. It's easy when times are difficult, and they stay difficult for a long period, just to give up and to make excuses for doing so. But we still don't know when we'll be able to have large public meetings on Sundays or when small groups will be able to meet face to face. However, I really sense that God is saying to us that this is our time of opportunity, while our focus is off some of the things we usually do and rely on but can't do at the moment, to focus on the things that we can still do, building up our one anothering because these things will strengthen us going forwards and help make us ready for the purposes that He has for us in the days ahead. I sense that He's saying that He's pleased with the way in which we've responded to this situation and the good things that we've been doing, but He's encouraging us to keep doing them more and more at this time. Thank you for listening. I pray that we will all look to God and have our strength renewed, and that each one of us will be encouraged to keep playing whatever part He has given us to play.